Widow Douglas, she took me for her son, and allowed she'd civilize me. But it was rough living in the house all the time, considering how dismal, regular, and decent the widow was in all her ways. And so when I couldn't stand it no longer, I lit out. I got into my old rags and my sugar hogshead again, and was free and satisfied.
I did.
What did he do to you?
He never done nothing to me.
Well then, what did you want to kill him for?
Why? Nothing. It was on account of the feud.
What's a feud?
Why? Where was you raised? You don't know what a feud is?
Never heard of it before. Tell me about it.
Well, a feud is this way. A man kills another man from another man's family, and then the family starts a killing that will go on and on.
Has this one been going on long, Buck?
Well, I should reckon. It started about 30 years ago or something. There was trouble about something, and then he lost you to settle it. The suit won again one of the men, and so he upshot the man who won the suit, which would he naturally do, of course, anybody would.
What was the trouble about, Buck? Land?
I reckon maybe, I don't know.
Well, who done the shooting? Was it a Grangerford or a Sheffordson?
Laws? How do I know? It was long ago.
Don't anybody know?
Oh yes, Pa knows, I reckon, and some of the other old people, but they don't know now what the row was about in the first place.
Has there been many killed, Buck?
Yes, writes more chance of funerals.
Here comes old Boggs in from the country, from his little old monthly drunk. Here he comes, boys.
Wonder who he's gonna chop this time. If he chop up all the men he's been saying he's gonna chop in the last 20 years, he'd have a considerable reputation by now.
I wish Boggs threatened me for...
I wish old Boggs threatened me, because then I wouldn't have died for 1,000 years.
Clear the track there. I'm on the wall, Pa. And the price of guns is gone to raise. Where'd you come from, boy? You prepared to die? What am I talking about?
He don't mean nothing. He's always a carrying on like that when he's drunk. He's the best naturedest old fool in Arkansas. Never hurt nobody, drunk nor sober.
Come out here, Sherburne. Come out and meet the man you swindled. You're the hound after, and I'm gone. You have to.
I'm tired of this, but I'll endure it till 1 o'clock. Till 1 o'clock, mine no longer. If you open your mouth against me only once after that time, you can travel so far, but I will find you.
Boggs rode off, blackguarding Sherburne as loud as he could yell, all down the street, and pretty soon back he comes and stops before the store. Still keeping it up, some men crowded him and tried to get him to shut up, but he wouldn't. They told him it would be till 1 o'clock in about 15 minutes, so he must go home. He must go right away, but it didn't do no good.
Go for his daughter, quick, go for his daughter. Sometimes he'll listen to her. If anybody can persuade him, she can.
Boggs!
Oh Lord, don't shoot!
Oh my god, he's dead! He's dead!
Did you come for your interest?
No, sir. Is there some for me?
Oh yes, a half yearly isn't the last night. Over $150. Quite a fortune for you. You had better let me invest in a along with your 6,000, because if you take it, you'll spend it.
No, sir. No, sir. I don't want to spend it. I don't want it at all. Nor the 6,000 either. I want you to take it. I want to give it to you, the 6,000 and all.
Why? What can you mean, my boy?
Don't you ask me no question about it, please. You'll take it, won't you?
Well, I'm puzzled. Is something the matter?
Please take it and don't ask me anything. Then I won't have to tell no lies.
Oh, I think I see. You want to sell your property to me, not give it. That's the correct idea. There, you see it says for consideration. That means I have bought it of you and paid you for it. Here's $1 for you. Now sign it.
Gracious, if I'll be the rest.
What is it you won't believe, Joe? It ain't right nor kind of you to talk so to him, and a stranger and so far from his people. How would you like to be treated so?
That's always your way, ma'am. Always sailing in to help somebody before they're hurt. I hain't done nothing to him. He's told some stretches, I reckon, and I said I wouldn't swallow it all. And that's every bit and every grain I did say. I reckon he can stand a little thing like that, can't he?
I don't care whether 'twas a little or whether 'twas a big. He's in our house and a stranger, and it wasn't good of you to say it. And if you was in his place, it would make you feel ashamed, and so you oughtn't say a thing to another person that will make them feel ashamed.
Why, ma'am, he said. He said?
It don't make no difference what he said. That ain't the thing. The thing is for you to treat him kind and not be saying things to him to make him remember that he ain't in his own country and amongst his own folks.
This is a girl that I'm letting that old reptile rob her of her money?
Alright then, you just ask his pardon.
So there ain't nothing more to write about, and I'm glad of it, because if I had known what a trouble it was to write a book, I wouldn't have tackled it, and ain't a-going to no more. But I reckon I got to light out for the territory ahead of the rest, because Aunt Sally, she's going to adopt me and civilize me, and I can't stand it. I've been there before.